are happening so fast.
One of our clients got recently approved using funds that they were coming from cryptocurrencies.
What would be the difference? Like, why would one reapply or one need to appeal?
Even though that they had more than double of the financial means requested, they didn't make it. This is a reality. If someone is promising you that, it's not true, it's not real. So we have gotten clients approved within a few weeks. Amazing news. So that's why if you really want to move to Spain, I will say, let's get started now. So
It's not your fault.
I know, but I feel guilty because it's my country.
Hi guys, this is Bea with Everything is Waffle, and today Paul and I are with Marina and Henestrosa of Bureaucracy Spain.
Thank you so much for having me again. I'm in beautiful Valencia today.
So we are so happy to have you, and since our last video, again, there's more changes to the immigration news, I would say, or updates here in Spain about the non-lucrative visa. So
yes,
we need another video.
That's right.
Changes are happening so fast that there was a change in on May 20, and then we did a video in June.
Yes.
And since then, there are still other updates or other changes that have happened.
Yes, that's true, because basically when the law changed in May 2025 this year, but the interpretation of the law of each consulate is absolutely different. So, and this was relevant to make a new video, obviously, because we are doing a lot of applications all over the world. And yes, we want to provide some feedback about what is going on at the consulates using BLS.
Yes, so today, it has been a few months since the interpretation. So now you're seeing the results of your applications. You're seeing if they are rejected, if they are approved, yes, if they need more documentation, right? So, but before we get into all that, we'd love to talk about what the non-lucrative visa is. So tell us about what is a non-lucrative visa.
It's a type of retirement visa that allows you to live in Spain, enjoy life here, and you are not allowed to work in Spain.
Right. So this is the path that we took, where we are given a 1-year opportunity to live here in Spain, right?
Yes, that's right. Yes, and you want to take a sabbatical, of course you can do it. So yes, it's a great opportunity to enjoy.
And then what would be the requirements for the non-lucrative visa?
Well, there are a few. Of course, we need to have a valid passport for at least the next 12 months. Financial means for the last 12 months as well. So now the consulate is checking quite a lot where those funds are coming from. And of course, if you have passive income, also is okay, having savings as well. I had to have also private health insurance with full coverage and no co-payments. This insurance must be issued by a Spanish company. As well, to have a criminal record.
Clean criminal record.
Very good, yeah. Yes, exactly, for the last 5 years where you live in. Also, if you are coming with your family, we need to show birth certificates of your children and marriage certificates. Everything must be apostille and updated, and the proof of not working. This is mandatory right now. So it's important to show to the consulate that yes, at the moment of the application, you are not working at all. And of course, most of the documents must be officially translated by a Spanish translator.
All right, so now that you've explained what the requirements are, what is the minimum financial requirement for one person?
Good question. It's gonna be at least, you need to show that you have funds for at least the next 12 months. So it's gonna be 28,800 euros or having a monthly income of 2,400 euros. This must be, passive income.
Yeah, so like rental income from your property, something like that, right?
Your pension as well. So yes, definitely.
Okay, now that we've had those requirements, what are the updates from the consulates now that the law has passed and it's been months? Let's start with Manila, with the Philippines, because I know a lot of Filipinos also are watching us, and then we'll also move to the States because I know that a lot of Americans are also watching us and want to know more information. So yes, let's do that.
Yes, of course. Okay, well, Very, very good question because basically there are a lot of changes that we can discuss today. The good thing is there is a new consulate available to submit your NLV application, and now it's in Cebu. And it's not busy like in Manila, so we have gotten clients approved within a few weeks. Amazing news. And what I can say is Manila, well, the consulates in the Philippines, they always were quite strict. We knew this. We are not afraid, of course, of this. We just need to show they are putting a special focus on the financial means. They really need to see where the money is coming from for the last 12 months. And it must be very well documented. I'm not gonna tell you that we have received only approvals in the Philippines because it's not true. I want to tell you everything.
Yeah, the reality of application. Yeah.
Yes, exactly, because we need to make it real. So also we have received a couple of rejections in the Philippines, specifically in Manila. One family that they submit the application at the Spanish consulate in Manila got rejected. Even though that they had more than double of the financial means requested, they didn't make it. So we had to build a very strong case regarding the financial means, and eventually they got approved. So we can reapply. Even though that the visa is rejected, we can build a stronger case and have the approval. So this is the good news. Also, we can appeal. So we have two ways to redo the application and move to Spain.
So you talked about reapply or appeal.
Yes.
What would be the difference? Like, why would one reapply or one need to appeal?
Yes, during the appeal process, we have 1 month to file this appeal at the consulate. Of course, if we see that the rejection letter is very clear about what they were demanding and we have all the documents ready to appeal, we will do it. However, in some cases, the applicant needs more time to gather more information, more than a month, so we are going to resubmit the application. It depends on the timeline of requesting these extra documents and paperwork.
I see.
Some clients, they have funds in different bank accounts and they want to transfer to just one and consolidate the financial means for a couple of months. So that's why it depends.
To kind of like show that this has been in their bank account for a while, right?
Yes.
So they have to wait. Okay.
Exactly. Sometimes even they ask, what did you do for a living before? How you were able to make all those funds? So pay your taxes is very important because they are asking also for the tax returns to verify that money is legal and is not coming from loans or it is not legal money. Very important detail. And also have good news. One of our clients got recently approved in Manila for the NLV using funds that they were coming from bitcoins, cryptocurrencies. So this specific case, the funds were in this cryptocurrency. They transferred the funds to a normal bank account in euros or dollars. These transferred this cryptocurrency into dollars. They wait 6 months. And after that, we were able to submit the application, of course, showing the traceability of the money. So the money was in cryptocurrency, later was in dollars. And also we add the financial means coming from Philippines, in pesos.
So there was pesos and dollars, yeah.
Yes. Even though that the financial means in the Philippines, they were not that higher, but we want to show that the candidate has a strong case. Having money in several bank accounts from different currencies, the client got approved without any extra request within a few weeks in Manila. So this is a success.
Impressive, yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, my team does a great job, I'm gonna say. They really do their best in every case. So that's why I'm very proud of them as well.
And they're all women.
Yes, women, they are mothers, they are also from all over the world. So it's super nice to be surrounded by these beautiful women and powerful ones, of course.
Absolutely.
And lastly, to discuss about the new updates as the Spanish consulate in the Philippines, usually when the candidates go to the submission day, the staff at VLS, they say, no, I'm not going to take these documents, I'm not going to take that. and they feel that they are in control. However, we encourage our clients to insist to provide all the documentation how was given by us, because later they are going to make a request, and they have done it. They refuse BLS to take all the documents at once, and later they ask you for extra documents, and we're going to be in a rush, which is not necessary. So trust the process and trust also us.
Yeah, so be persistent and
Yes.
say, no, I want to submit all of these
Yes.
to make my case stronger,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Uh-huh. Because we are not going to overshare information. We don't like that, but we need to share the right information. And so, yes, insist. The tip is insist.
Right. Give all of the documents that you have prepared. So otherwise, they're going to ask you again anyway, right?
Yeah, and you're going to be like, why? It doesn't make sense. And I'm going to be like, you're going to feel a little bit like overwhelmed, could be. So let's prepare in advance.
Yeah. So that's actually pretty cool that there's now a Cebu office, because that means that it's accessible for a lot of other people, because, I mean, we're a country of 7,600 islands. So to get to Manila, for a lot of people, they have to fly there or take a ferry. And for Cebu, being another option, maybe the flights could be cheaper. It could be accessible for a lot of other people in central Philippines and the south of the Philippines. So that's actually very cool. Yes. And it's thank you so much for sharing also the rejections. We appreciate the honesty, because I think it will only strengthen applications for the future, right?
Yes,
yeah,
that's right. So we definitely we become stronger when we face a rejection. We know how to be well prepared and also to fight for our clients in every situation.
Okay, now for our second home, the U.S. What are the updates that you have from these consulates? Because there's a lot of consulates in the United States. So tell us about a few of them.
Okay, let's get started. I'm not very happy to say this. Unfortunately, since BLS took part of this process, everything it's been harder. To get an appointment is quite challenging in some consulates like Miami, Houston, and San Francisco. Sometimes even like in Boston, you need to wait more than 3 months to book that appointment, even though that you have all the documents ready, because you send the documents first, and later they give you an appointment for 3 months. Doesn't make sense at all, and it's quite frustrating because we want our clients to move forward and get the visa granted, but they are not helping us. They are actually stopping us. So yes, it's a real pity, because in the past walk-ins were available in Houston, in Miami, not anymore. Well, in the past everything was great.
Yeah, I know. You said San Francisco was your favorite, and then we spoke too soon.
Yeah,
so.
And I know, and this is what I say. As of today, San Francisco is my favorite, because I know this changed so fast, and now all of them, they are quite similar. I'm not gonna say that there is a favorite one, because I don't want to ruin it.
You don't want to jinx it, no? But
so, yeah.
So. And to me, walk-ins, I remember advising someone, I heard that there were walk-ins available. You can try at 8 in the morning, and he was traveling 5 hours away. And then just suddenly, a few days after that, people were reporting they were turning away walk-ins beginning at a certain date. I think it was August or something like that.
Yeah, and the US is a huge country. So distance are huge as well. So I feel a little bit sorry to tell someone, yes, let's try this last option, and you travel, or you take a flight. It's not cheap, so it's a quite delicate topic. We cannot make things easier. No company can do it easier. This is a reality. If someone is promising you that, it's not true. It's not real. So we know that this is gonna become better, because it can be worse, but how much worse than this?
I like how optimistic you are.
Don't jinx it.
This is a Spanish mindset, okay? So we can be worse, yes, but how bad? So everything can go up, and we really believe that eventually everything is gonna go better. Eventually Miami is gonna be Miami again, so nice. And also San Francisco, Houston, some consulates are still good. So for example, our clients in New York, they are getting visas approved after only 5 weeks. In Washington DC, only after 2 weeks. So the magic is happening, but we know that everyone lives, most of our clients, they live in Florida state, in California, also in Texas, so that makes a little bit challenging to make those appointments. But yes, eventually it's gonna be better, and all of you are gonna be living in the sunny Spain, enjoying lifestyle, but at the moment we need to fight a little bit.
Right. And also, you mentioned that for some consulate, it takes time to get that appointment, right? Like, what are the time frames now for...
Okay. Yes, for example, in Miami for a couple of months, it was impossible during the summer. And suddenly, all the slots were available at the end of the month in August. So my team booked them. So yes, you need to wait a couple of months. In Boston, as I said, clients with everything ready, they are getting responses from the consulate like, no, we see you in January 2026.
So they have to adjust their timing of moving.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start with the appointments first, and in the meantime, we're gonna be gathering the documents. But the pity is sometimes we need to show that all the application is ready, documents apostilled, documents translated, in order to book that appointment. So
it's like a chicken and egg thing. What comes first?
So yes, let's be patient. Let's plan ahead. So that's why if you really want to move to Spain in 2026, I will say let's get started now, because it's important to plan this appointment thing. That is a big one. Sorry.
It's not your fault.
I know, but I feel guilty because it's my country.
Okay, and now that we've talked about both the Philippines and the U.S. consulates, which you get a lot of applications from, let's talk about also what are the other changes to the non-lucrative visa itself. So speaking about timing and planning your move to Spain and figuring out when you're going to be arriving and living in Spain, there are also changes to the non-lucrative visa in terms of timing, in terms of the validity of the visa.
Yes. This is super cool, okay? Because in the past, you got the visa granted for 3 months. So basically, you have a window of time of 3 months to enter in Spain, like it happened to you.
Yes.
And now the visa is granted for 365 days. So you have multiple entry visa, right, and you can come anytime within that year. So imagine that the visa is granted in January 2026 until December that year, and you enter in July 2026. Amazing. That first day that you enter in the country is your first day as a resident for the next 12 months.
Right.
So it's magical, because I know that you are planning to move countries, continents. You need to sell your personal items. You make a new life,
right.
a new
Sell
plan.
Your house. Yeah, so people are selling houses.
Yeah,
they're selling their cars. Yeah,
they are moving with their kids. They are moving with their pets. So it's a big event for all of you. So this is amazing news, I must say.
Right. Actually, that gives everyone a lot of flexibility if things get delayed on their end, like for example, a delay in selling their house.
Yes.
Then they don't have to I have to move by this date. So that's actually really cool.
I love it.
Is it for everyone who's applying for this non-lucrative visa now? Okay.
Yes, because the law changed in
Right.
this May 2025.
I have a question. What happens if, for example, like some Americans, they stay here for a few months on this visa, and then they go back home because they still had to finish selling their house and all that, for example, and then they enter again on the same visa. When is their residency? Is it going to be the first time they enter or the last time they enter on that visa?
The first time.
Okay, so
Yes.
the first time that they enter, they're already considered a resident.
Yes, exactly. And they need to do the second part, which is the residency card,
Right.
obviously.
So, but okay, so the residency cards take a while to get. You know, some appointments, for example, take months, which means that you're in limbo. So, for example, if an American has been living here, or anyone actually has been living here for 90 days on that visa, but still don't have their tarjeta, their residency card, can they still use that visa to exit Spain and come back and have no problems, even though they've spent 90 days? Like, you know how the Schengen gives only 90 days maximum?
Well, yes, good question. Basically, they need to be careful. They need to provide all the documents that they are working towards the residency card, because it's not like, okay, whatever, I'm not gonna get my residency and I'm gonna be traveling. No, you need to have evidence, because the police officer, the Guardia Civil that is in the control point, passport control point, they don't know the context of the law. They know just the rules, the basic ones. So you need to have a well-explained letter, explaining the situation, what is next, what you have done first, and well documented. So this will be my advice.
And then what are the other changes in terms of the applicants who can bring their families along?
So when we record the last video, it was just after the change in the law. It was in June 2025 this year. So now we can say that adult parents can no longer join the application. This is a real pity, but it's the reality.
So say, for example, someone who is 50 years old cannot bring their 70-year-old, 80-year-old parents.
They need to apply individually, so they need to have the funds. And remember, they check a lot where the money is coming from. So yes, it's a pity, because families, they want to be together in Spain. So yeah, it's no longer possible, neither for adult children. So I know many families, they want to relocate with their children, but some of them, they are 17, almost 18. No, you need to really do it before they are 18. So at the moment that they are turning 18 years old, they are no longer eligible.
Yes.
To be part of the family.
So they are not dependent anymore. No, they're a separate adult application.
Yes. And you can tell me, no, but I still paying the university, and I still paying everything, because we know when you are 18, you are very young. No, it's no longer possible, unless that, of course, you have the legal guardianship, or they have disability. You have a document from the government that proves that, yes, you are responsible of that kid. So, yes, it's no longer possible.
So your advice would be, like, if you really want to move to Spain with your kids, you have to do it before they turn 18. You have to actually submit that application and make sure that they are still 17 by the time, like, the Spanish authorities read this application,
That's
right?
right. Yeah. Because the good thing is, after they came to Spain, they were 17, next year they're turning 18, this is okay to do the renewal. The non-lucrative visa renewal is going to be perfectly fine. But we have this first filter, which is the consulate. So
they have to allow your child in first, right?
Yes.
Okay. But then if they do a renewal and they're already 18, it's okay?
Yes, this is fine, perfectly fine, so far.
Okay, and then so you mentioned that the financial means is stricter. Is it just in the Philippines, or is it everywhere?
It's everywhere, because the law changed.
Okay.
So basically, yes, they need to show the last 12 months of bank statements to prove the source of the funds, the last 3 years of tax returns, to have an average balance letter, also a letter issued by the bank to prove that, yes, it's a real bank. So it's a lot of information that is related to the financial means, but it's okay. So it's perfectly fine, because we know exactly which documents to request and how to make a strong case. So
yeah. They just want to see everything now.
Yeah. No worries, we're gonna print out everything. So everything for the last 12 months.
So how big is the folio now when someone is submitting an application? How thick are the files?
It's like always. Like pretty thick, like this. And for the main applicants, obviously, sometimes they also, in the consulates, they request the financial means are included in the spouse and the children. Doesn't make sense, but sometimes they request it, and this is what we do in some consulates. But yes, we send pretty heavy packages to the countries that they are closer to Spain. I know otherwise we notify the client how they need to print out the documents. Everything is well organized. And yes, you're going to be ready for the consulate appointment. We get compliments about how well organized everything is. I'm very proud of that, I must say. And yes, so it's part of our job. So it's absolutely fine.
Okay, processing time.
Yes.
How long does it usually take for one to submit? Like when they come in for the interview or the appointment,
Yes.
and until they hear back from the consulate. Yeah.
Wow.
If you like this video, please consider subscribing to our channel and clicking the notification bell. Shout out to our subscribers for always being awesome. Thanks to the people who support our channel by subscribing, commenting, giving us super thanks, and tipping us with our Buy Us a Coffee link. If you want to pick our brains and book a 60-minute consultation, we have a link for that, and we can give our honest opinions about topics that we haven't covered in our videos.
Thanks to the people in our Facebook group for being awesome members, for generously helping each other.
Give me the shortest and give me the longest.
Okay, shorter, 2 weeks.
Perfect. I love it.
Longest can be 3 months. Obviously, we had clients that they spent like 4 months waiting, and they got approved. Just their file was a little bit lost within the consulate. But yes, let's say maximum 3 months. Let's think always the not more successful scenario. Let's, ¿cómo se dice? Not successful, like not the optimistic. Let's think about the not most optimistic scenario. So you need to wait around 3 months to get an answer, but it can be a couple of weeks. It can be 6 weeks. So yeah.
And did summer affect the waiting?
Yes.
I didn't even finish my question.
Okay, I'm gonna say who are working at the consulate? Spanish people. What do we do in summer? Veranear. We go on a holiday.
We're gone.
Yes,
Yeah.
and also very important, the student visas are happening during the summer. So all the consulate efforts are focused on the student visas, and the non-lucrative is like in the second place. And also in Christmas time, everyone go to visit their family, and we have a lot of bank holidays. So I will say that those seasons are the most time sensitive along the year, and we need to plan ahead.
And it's not even just like submitting your appointment in August, but maybe if you submit in July, it gets caught in August, right? Like
Yes.
it will just get like,
Yes, there is a
stuck
delay. There is
Yeah.
a delay, definitely. So yes, and also you can be lucky. Like some clients in Washington D.C. consulate that they got the visa after 2 weeks. Chicago after 20 business days, approved. So it depends. It depends. So it's not like your file is not good enough. It's like you were lucky or not.
Right.
This is something that very Spanish.
It's true, yeah. It could be luck. Like it could be timing, really. You submit something and they happen to not be busy. So you're the first one they're gonna work on. Yeah. Who knows?
Welcome to Spain, as I always say. So yes, part of the charming of our country.
So thank you so much, Marina, for today. Thank you again for giving us updates, because everything changes. And you know, it isn't just Spain's immigration policies that are changing. It is happening everywhere in the world. Just most recently, Italy has changed their jus sanguini is how they say it, I guess. Like their citizenship by descent, they have changed it and made it more strict. Same goes for Portugal. They are planning to, if they haven't yet done, instead of 5 years for citizenship, now it's 10 years. So again, same for immigration here in Spain. Things have been like changing, and we actually can see it moving. Like things are happening. So what we said in previous videos might not be applicable today. So thanks again for giving the updates, because I think it's important. I think it's timely, and yeah, it's good for people to know, because, you know, you go on Facebook groups and then suddenly someone is saying something else, and this is because now there's no more walk-ins, you know, things like that. They all change.
yes, a lot of changes we are suffering at the moment, but this is part of the job. This is part of the charming of Spain. We change our minds, and we are very spontaneous, and this is reflected on the bureaucracy. We embrace the challenges. We like that.
Yeah, and I mean, bureaucracy doesn't just end there. Like Spanish bureaucracy doesn't end there. It affects even Spanish people, right? Like there are things that we need to do, steps we need to take, even after being here, or even after, like for us receiving citizenship. Like there's still more things. So
we can do 1,000 videos about this, about all the challenges that we suffer. Yes, it's incredible that I even speaking the same language, even being Spanish and born here, you don't understand the Spanish bureaucracy, and it's like, what is this? I don't understand the wording of this text. Yeah.
So it's a shared experience, right? So thank you again for coming. And then how can they reach out to you?
Well, thank you so much for this beautiful interview, as always. So they can contact us through bureaucracy.es/everythingisbofo. Of course, if they are coming from you, they have a percentage of discount, and they can complete one of the forms according to the visa that they are more interested in, and book a free consultation through our platform. So, of course, one of our professionals, they are going to have 20 minutes meeting to discover which visa is the best for them and what are the next steps. But yes, we are more than ready to help you all to move to Spain.
So thank you guys for today. We hope this video has been helpful, educational, informative, and thank you, Marina, for being here. It's always enjoyable, Marina, to have you here. It's fun when we do things in person.
Matching energy.
Yes, definitely.
We got it.
Yeah, and I love how you traveled all the way to Valencia for it. I really, really appreciate that.
No, it's a pleasure. I love Valencia. I love you guys. So it's super cool, and yes, and also to see how people live in different parts of Spain is very cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you guys for watching. We hope you found this informative. You can find Marina's information in the description below. And yeah, thank you.
Gracias. See you soon.
Bye.
Hasta luego.